Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody, to the weekly Alter Ego Comics live sale. Give me a minute while I get everything set up on our multiple platforms here. All right, let's see what I've missed while I'm doing this here. Hey, everybody. Hey, John, Dan, Chad. Hey, Jess, you got the notification. Glad you could be here. I meant to send you a reminder on Facebook and got sidetracked. I'm flying solo tonight. I'm Angie Liss for the first time in a long time. She had an appointment that she couldn't reschedule. So we have a new backdrop. We're actually on our new release wall, which is looking a little sparse. We've already sold out of a few things this week, but I'm back at the new release wall, so I can just kind of take a book and bring it down and show you and all that fun stuff. Hey, Nick, Sarah, Drew, Mark, Holly. Hey, Trent, watching on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Ryan. So hopefully y'all can be patient with me tonight since I'm running things solo. I've got my filing systems off camera here. Got my pen and my notepad ready to make notes if I need to. Got the books behind me. Hey, Marissa and Adam and Caitlin. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. And Kelly, good to see you. And well, actually, Sophie's watching. Sophie, thanks for watching tonight. We're happy to have you here. So if you are new to our weekly live sale, I'm going to be going through this week's new releases. And if there's anything that you want, just comment with the name of the item in the comments. And if I've got one available for you, I will like your comment or I will verbally confirm on YouTube. And if you're local, we just ask that you pick up within the next week or two at the most. If you're outside of the area, I will email you an invoice tomorrow. So make sure that you fill out the Google form that's pinned in the comments if this is your first time with us, so that I know whether to email you an invoice and ship your stuff or whether you're going to be picking up in the shop. I'm drinking water tonight, Nick. So I will be drinking up frequently. That is Dead Man Logan, T-Money 2206. We'll be getting to that in just a little bit. So I'll start with single issues. We'll start by showcasing those. Again, if you want to purchase any of them, we do ship within the United States. We do not ship outside of the US. But even if you're just joining us to watch, we appreciate you. Feel free to ask questions, share comments. This is a great community. I am appreciative of you and grateful for you being here tonight. If you have any questions before we get going, feel free to post those. Otherwise, we will dive in with our first new item of the week. And Tony likes the new look of the store. Thank you, Tony. We rearranged the front portion, which is our all ages area. Alex and Adrian and Angie and I were here on Saturday doing that. Making room for our new neighbor, Purple Feet Wine Boutique, which is scheduled to open the first week of June. So they were in here today setting up their bar space. They're gonna have wine, beer, spirits, treats. Super excited. I'll never need to leave. I'll have comics, alcohol, and dessert. I may have to move in permanently. All right, let's get rolling. Items are limited to 1 per person because there are some hot books this week, and I want to make sure that as many people get a copy that want one. First up is Batman number 108. This is the first appearance of Miracle Molly, a new Batman villain, Miracle Molly. We have 1 regular cover left for $5. And we have 3 of the Art Germ variants for $6. Man, this multi-screen thing is going to be a challenge. If I'm reading this right, okay, I've got Chad with the regular cover. I've got Scott and Jess with the Art Germ variants. That means I have 1 of the Art Germ variants left. All right, Jeff Brown. Jeff, I think you might be new. I know several Jeff Browns. Not sure. Okay, Scott doesn't need the variant. But Jeff, if you are new to our live sale, please fill out the Google form in the comments before the end of the show or before the end of the night so that I can follow up with you about picking up your stuff. Okay, so Scott does not need the variant. Jeff Brown wants an Art Germ variant. That means I have 1 of the Art Germ Miracle Molly variants available for $6. This is the variant, Chad. Hey, Ed, thanks for joining us tonight. Okay, we're going to move on to our next new item, which is my pick of the week and Angie's pick of the week. Got you covered, Chad. Okay, I've kept you in suspense because I started and then got sidetracked here. But so my staff pick and Angie's staff pick is Eve, issue number 1 by Victor Laval, artwork by Joe Mi Young. We have 2 covers. This is Eve cover A, and Eve cover B. I believe, yes, cover B is by Mirka Andolfo. I know we've got several fans of her work out there. So this is Eve cover B by Mirka Andolfo, and this is Eve cover A. Both are $4. Eve is a post-apocalyptic ecological disaster story, and our main character is an 11-year-old girl who is tasked with saving the world with her android teddy bear leading the way. This is another fantastic creator-owned book from Boom Studios, who's been really just putting hit after hit after hit out. I would definitely recommend this to anyone that enjoys Wind, also from Boom Studios by James Tynion. Anybody that likes post-apocalyptic stories. This is, so far, I would say that this is kind of 12 and up material, so appropriate for those ages. And the artwork is beautiful. I was engaged with the character by the time we get 4 or 5 pages in, and there's some twists and turns, and there's a great letter at the back of the book by writer Victor Laval about why he chose to tell this story. So fantastic. And again, it's my pick. It's Angie's pick. Let me go back and see who wants what here. I think you're really going to enjoy it. So, looks like no one has specified a cover B, so we'll just go with cover A's, unless there's a specification here. We've got plenty of both. Eve is fantastic. So, let me go back into Facebook and like some comments. So, Nick, got it. Jess, got it. Caitlin, got it. Adam and Eve. Adam got it. Sarah, hey, thanks for the hearts and the thumbs up. Okay, I think that was everybody that asked for it. How's the audio? Good? I feel like the microphone is picking up my beard scratching on my shirt. All right, thank you. Let's see, Trent, you also wanted an Eve, I think. Yes. Again, if you are new to our live sale, please fill out the Google form that's pinned in the comments. It does list our shipping rates. And if there's something that you want, just comment with the name of the item. And if I have one available, I will let you know. Let's move on. Next is an oversized one-shot from Cullen Bunn called Eden. Artwork is by Dalibor Talajic. This is $7. It's from Aftershock Comics, and this is a horror story about a tattoo artist. So if either of those things sound interesting to you, then you'll probably like it. Or if you're a fan of Cullen Bunn, who's written many, many great horror stories. Again, Eden is a one-shot. It is oversized, as you can see, compared to a regular size comic. Oh, Eden is oversized. So Eden, $7 for this oversized one-shot. I see a couple interested folks, Scott and Adam. Yeah, horror and tattoos, right? Sold. I only have 2 copies of Eden left, so if you're thinking about it, don't think too long. Okay, now I'm down to 1 copy. Adam, I do have that for Brandy as well. Make sure to tell her thank you for me. Okay, next up. Another new #1, this time from Image Comics. This is The Good Asian #1. It is $4. It's written by Pornsak Pinchati, or Pinshot. I've said this numerous times today. I want to talk to this guy so I can figure out how to pronounce his name. Artworks by Alexander Tefengigi, something like that. The writer, Pornsak Pinchati, wrote Infidel from Image Comics. If you're familiar with that, it's one of the best horror comics of the last 5 years. A lot of praise when that came out. This is not a horror comic. This is a crime noir comic set in 1936 in San Francisco. Our main character is an Asian detective in a world of white male detectives. And that puts him in situations that he is not real thrilled about, including sometimes having to lay the smackdown on his own people. So if you're a fan of Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, their crime noir stuff, Sam Spade, Mickey Spillane, those sorts of things. It is part history lesson, part cop story, part personal tale, and another great letter in the back from the writer about what compelled him to tell this story. But I give it thumbs up. If you're a fan of cop stories, crime noir, history, again, The Good Asian, cop story set in 1930s San Francisco for $4. And Jason, I got you down for that. Our next new release, Heroes Reborn from Marvel Comics, written by Jason Aaron, artwork by Ed McGuinness. I got to tell you, let me tell you first, this is $6 for issue #1. It's a 5-issue weekly series with multiple miniseries and spin-offs. I was not excited about this at all because I'm not a fan of weekly series. It's hard for me to order a weekly book as a retailer. I know for many of you, it's hard to commit to a weekly series before you see issue #1. I also could care less about the Squadron Supreme. I really, all due respect to Mark Grunwald and any fan of the Squadron Supreme, I just don't care. It's a Justice League knockoff. It was originally put together as a Justice League knockoff. And I don't care. But having said all of that, I enjoyed the heck out of it. Our guide on this first issue is Blade, the vampire hunter, who seems to be the only person in the world to realize that something is amiss. The Avengers don't exist. Steve Rogers never came out of the ice. Captain America never came out of the ice. Thor, Odinson, just hanging out in a bar, drinking, doesn't really have any powers. Tony Stark is still a weapons manufacturer. And the Squadron Supreme are Earth's mightiest heroes, but Blade knows that something is wrong. So this is going to be Blade trying to piece together and fix what's broken in the Marvel Universe. As I said, it's a 5-issue weekly series that I had zero expectations for and actually walked away enjoying it quite a bit. We get to see some really interesting new villain combos. For example, Doctor Doom finds the Sidorak gem and becomes Dr. Juggernaut. The Red Skull has bonded with Venom. That's another villain. The Scarlet Witch has Quicksilver's powers in addition to her own. Thanos is there with the Infinity Gauntlet. And just here's Blade coming to Thor and trying to tell him, hey, get out of this bar and become a hero. $6 for Heroes Reborn. I only have 4 copies. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are gone. Thank you, everyone, for that. Had no idea who was going to care about this book. We kind of ordered Avengers numbers. And now we're sold out, but I will hopefully get more. So that was Adam, Tamara, Nick, and one for Brandy. Micah, I will put you on the waiting list. See if I can grab some more. Okay. Another new number 1. Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal. This is from AWA Publishing. It's written by Garth Ennis, who you may recall is the creator of The Boys, as well as a longtime writer on Punisher. Art by Goran Sudzuka. This is a typical, I don't want to say typical. If you like Garth Ennis, you'll like this book. If you like violence and humor and time travel, inappropriateness, this is the book for you. It is an 8-issue miniseries. First issue is $4. Angie actually liked this too, despite all of the crazy violence. Yes, John, thank you for reminding me. Also, Garth Ennis created Preacher, writer on Preacher. So he actually says in a letter in the back, this week has some great letters in the backs of the comics from the creators. He actually came up with the title for the book before the name of the character, Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal, before he had the idea of what the story was going to be like. So Marjorie's on the cover here. She is a thief that travels through time, stealing stuff, and there is kind of a time police that is in this book as well. And to see her kind of interacting in ancient Egypt and in World War II era England, it's just good. It's good stuff. I haven't read Punisher Max in a long time, Trent. It's pretty violent. Here's an example, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know what I can show you. Oh, this is a good one. This guy gets blowed up real good there. Maybe a little bit like Tank Girl. Adam, I cannot check your pull list at the moment because I'm away from our main computer. Looks like I've got Nick that wants an MF, which I believe is Marjorie Finnegan. Adam, I will pull one aside for you and check later. And if you have it, I will give it to someone else who may need it. Oh, there we go. Another MF. Gotcha, Sarah. should have to learn my alphabet now. Trent wants one. Okay. Trent, where are you from? Gotcha, Nick. Let me go like some comments here so that people know that I have them covered. Oh, I'm actually not seeing all the comments. Very strange. Trent is from Alabama. Thanks for watching. All right, Tamara, got you covered. Okay, you know what? Tonight I'm just going to go with verbal confirmations and not Facebook likes. So keep your ears on, and I will verbally confirm whether or not I can fill your request. Not all the comments are showing up in my Facebook feed. They are showing up in the software that we use to do the live streaming. So I don't think we've missed anybody. Okay, next new release. I only have 4 copies, but it is the Invincible Red Sonya issue #1. And so you're either a Red Sonya fan or you're not, I think, at this point. This is $4. The key here is that this is written by Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner, the husband and wife team behind the rejuvenation of Harley Quinn with DC's New 52. Artwork is by Moratat. So, solid artwork. Sword and sorcery, sword and sandals, blood. Awesome, strong female character written by 2 fantastic creators that have a great track record writing strong female characters. So the Invincible Red Sonya, it's a great chance to get in to the latest Red Sonya series. Again, written by Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner, artwork by Moratat, and $4 for issue #1. Alex's pick of the week and a strong contender for mine was Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha. I don't know why this says Prelude. It's Alpha. This is the Alpha. Written by Charles Soule, artwork by Steve McNiven. $4 for this. This kicks off the Star Wars crossover event of the summer. This is going to cross over into all 4 regular Star Wars books, and this tells the story of how Boba Fett gets the frozen in carbonite Han Solo to Jabba the Hutt, and it's not smooth sailing for the bounty hunter. That starts the War of the Bounty Hunters. Really good stuff in here. Some stunning artwork by Steve McNiven. McNiven hasn't done a lot lately. He actually was the artist on Civil War by Mark Miller back in the day. And I don't think he's ever done a Star Wars book before. So to see him drawing Star Wars heroes and villains and aliens and different landscapes, it is excellent. Excellent, excellent. Highest recommendation and a must buy for any Star Wars fan. War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha is $4. I'm going to take a minute and go through the comments, let you know who I've got covered. Scott, I have yours. I have plenty. So, well, unless everybody watching maybe wants one. Jason, I got yours. Caitlin, I've got yours. Or yours. I'm saying yours like it's Y-E-R-S. That's not right. Tamara, I have yours. Yours. I got to stop saying yours. Mark, I have yours. Adam, I have yours. Again, you don't have to be reading any of the current Star Wars books to jump into War of the Bounty Hunters. But if you are, you're going to be a step ahead just because it's going to cross over into all 4 existing Star Wars titles. I really enjoyed it. And again, it was Alex's pick of the week. I'm not an Ohioan, though, Caitlin. I'm from Michigan. The longer I'm here, though, the more maybe I sound like an Ohioan. I'm not saying warsh or milk yet. Would you like a glass of milk? Or your clothes are in the washer. Yeah, well, I've been here 21 years, so plus 4 years in college, so 25 years in Ohio. Next book is Thanos Quest. Thanos Quest collects the 2-issue prestige format series from several years ago, written by Jim Starlin, artwork by Ron Lim. This is the Marvel Tales Thanos Quest. So those of you that are familiar with the Marvel Tales line of books that have been coming out recently, this is a Marvel Tales. It collects the 2-issue miniseries of Thanos Quest, and it is $8. And it tells the story of how Thanos got the Infinity Gems, which leads into the Infinity Gauntlet. So if you're interested in that backstory of how Thanos acquires all of the Infinity Gems before the story of the Infinity Gauntlet, this is what you need. So it looks like, Steve, I'm going to put yours with Tamara's if that's okay. Yeah, I don't know what, it might be a generational thing too, Caitlin. I know my father-in-law, born and raised here in Lima, and he's a big offender of using warsh. Let's see what else we've got here. Oh, why you got to call her out like that, Steve? Sensational Wonder Woman issue number 3. Just a reminder that this is an anthology series, so you don't have to have the previous 2 issues. Each issue is a standalone story. Sensational Wonder Woman is $4, again, for issue number 3. I have 2 copies left. Looks like this issue is written by Colleen Doran. And these have been kind of Wonder Woman stories throughout history. Yeah, I don't know where warsh came from. On it, warsh and milk. It's not M-E-L-K. We're into our graphic novels. Actually, Tony, I just saw your comment about Wonder Woman. Got you covered. We have Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Willow. This is the Willow miniseries written by Mariko Tamaki, set within the current Buffy the Vampire Slayer world at Boom Studios. $17 collects this miniseries. Willow is truly alone for the first time in her life. She has to rely on her instincts and her magic to save herself from a different kind of threat than Buffy ever prepared her to face. By Mariko Tamaki, artwork by Natasha Bustos, brings Willow face to face with the truth of her past and plant the seeds for a future no one could have predicted. So if you're a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and or Willow, you want to check out this graphic novel. Again, $17 for Willow. Caitlin, we talk about all kinds of stuff. Should definitely pop in if you can on Wednesdays. It's not always just about comics. For example, today, yes, we talked about dialects. We frequently talk about alcohol and sometimes bodily functions. That sometimes happens. All right. I can't remember if it was Trent who was asking about this. No, it wasn't. It was somebody else. But we've got Dead Man Logan. This is the complete 12-issue miniseries written by Ed Brisson, artwork by Mike Henderson. And this is a fine send-off to the character of Old Man Logan. If you've been reading comics longer than a couple of years, you're probably familiar with Old Man Logan. He entered our universe when our Logan was dead and kind of filled that void. But this is the character from Mark Millar's classic Old Man Logan storyline, an older Wolverine. And there he is. Old Man Logan is dying. So this is set in the present Marvel universe. Features lots of recognizable Marvel characters. It is a complete story in 12 issues. And it is fantastic. So Dead Man Logan, this collects the entire 12-issue miniseries that sends Old Man Logan out of the Marvel Universe. $30 for Dead Man Logan. That's all right, Jess. We are still here. I had noticed you've been pretty quiet, so you've been working and helping people. I get it. That's what you're paid for, or that's what you do. And yes, Tony, Paul Bettany, the actor who played the Vision, was also the bad guy in Solo, a Star Wars story. Got a copy for you, Jess. Thank you very much. I have a copy myself waiting at home to read. Looking forward to it. And Tamara, I have a copy for you as well. Thank you. I have one more copy of Dead Man Logan if anyone's interested. Next up, King Deadpool, Volume 2 by Kelly Thompson. $16. We sold quite a bit of King Deadpool Volume 1, so if you were one of those people and you want to come back and check out more, King Deadpool Volume 2 is available for $16. Next up, Green Arrow Black Canary, Till Death Do They Part. This is a massive graphic novel. It is $35 and collects the first 14 issues of the Judd Winnick, Cliff Chang Green Arrow Black Canary series. $35 for Green Arrow Black Canary, collects the first 14 issues plus the Green Arrow Black Canary Wedding Special. So 15 issues for $35. And Micah, I see you wanted a Dead Man Logan. I can help you out with that. I am now out of Dead Man Logan. But if anyone still wants a copy, I can try and order one in for you. Thank you, Micah. Yeah, got to do what you got to do, Jess. I'm going to need to drink after flying solo tonight. It's actually turning out okay. It's not a real heavy week. Didn't have an interview scheduled. Nothing really exciting. So I thought I could hold down the fort on my own. Mighty Morphin, Volume 1. So, collecting the first 4 issues of the current Mighty Morphin series from Boom Studios. This is $17. I have one copy of Mighty Morphin, Volume 1. Hey, thanks, Scott. Appreciate that. Yeah, Trent says, for people who aren't aware, Mighty Morphin has been a great series so far. Great book. Thank you, sir, for offering some commentary on that. I am not a Power Rangers fan, so I cannot comment on it. But I know we have several of our customers/viewers who are and are picking up the series in single issues, and some even get the single issues and the trades. Thanks, Sarah, for the compliment. Super excited about this next one. Tales from the Crypt, the Ec Archives. This is actually being published by Dark Horse Comics, but this is reprinting The Crypt of Terror 17, 18, and 19, and Tales from the Crypt 20, 21, and 22. This is $20. It features the original ads and the original letter pages from these classic stories. There's the Crypt Keeper's Corner. It's got an introduction by John Carpenter, of course, the director of Halloween and Escape from New York. Amazing keyboard composer. $20 for Tales from the Crypt. This is a steal for anybody that is a fan of this material or has never discovered this material before. Tamara, I got you down for one. I have one more copy left. These are the issues that are collected in here. I hope that Dark Horse continues doing this with the other Ec Archives. This is a very affordable and cool way to collect this stuff. I've only ever seen these in oversized hardcovers. Where else can you get a, here we go, complete 25 experiment chemistry kit for $1? Heavy plastic giant circus tent playhouse for $1. That's right, Ryan, as you probably heard me just say, I've only ever seen these in hardcover collections. This is the first time that they've been made available in softcover, at least in the 18 years I've been doing this. So $20 for this is a steal, and it's oversized. Just to give you an idea, this is a regular comic versus Tales from the Crypt. Manga has been blowing up in our shop, and I think it's been blowing up around the United States and, of course, in Asia, where it is huge. So we've been bringing in some new manga titles. I have no idea what this is, but maybe you do, and maybe you want it. It's called Undead Unluck, Volume 1. Tired of inadvertently killing people with her special ability, Unluck, Fuko Izumo sets out to end it all, but when she meets Andy, a man who longs for death but can't die, she finds a reason to live, and he finds someone capable of giving him the death he's been longing for. $10 for Undead Unluck, Volume 1. Be more Batman. That's what I tell my children all the time. Be more Batman. Face your fears and look good doing it. It's a how-to book for $10. How to be more Batman. I have 2 copies available. Be more Batman. Face your fears and look good doing it. Fight smart. Have the best gadgets. Get connected. This is a guide for life. Be more Batman in life. $10. Boost your confidence and become a hero. Sounds like this should be an ad in the Tales from the Crypt collection. Scott, I got you covered. Scott picks up Undead Unluck, Volume 1. Let's see. All right, we've got some all ages stuff coming up. So if you are a parent or someone who appreciates all ages material, listen up. We've got Fearless. This is a new release from Scholastic. It is $13. A fearless rider never leaves a friend behind. Kara hoped to spend the summer reenacting episodes of her favorite TV show, Shimpy Rider, with her best friend Alice. But when Alice moves to a new home 2 towns over, everything changes and Alice suddenly stops answering Kara's phone calls and letters. In order to save their friendship, Kara hatches a brave plan to bike over to Alice's new school all on her own. Kara's bravery on the journey proves how strong she is, But when Kara finally finds Alice, her bravado fades. Alice has found new friends and has left Kara behind. Can Kara be fearless when she feels so alone? $13 for Fearless. Looks like a cute story. Probably not a cute story is the new Goosebumps volume from IDW. Secrets of the Swamp. Goosebumps. So this collects the single issues. I think it was a 5-issue miniseries that has been published over the last year or so. Goosebumps Secrets of the Swamp is $13. When 12-year-old Blake is shipped away to stay with her weird aunt in Fever Swamp for the summer, she expects her weeks to be filled with video games, mosquito bites, and a whole lot of nothing. Instead, she finds herself in a spooky turf war between wolf hunters and werewolves. She's never let anything slow her down or stop her from crushing her opponents in a game of lore hunter, but real-life monsters on all sides take danger and fear to a whole new level, and she'll need to use all of her gaming skills to escape in this all-ages scarefest. Goosebumps, Secrets of the Swamp, available in collected edition. Nathan says, Ruby really liked Goosebumps. Awesome. I'm glad Ruby enjoyed it. And I'm glad you picked it up for her. Got a couple new all-ages books from DC. We've got Metropolis Grove. This is $10. All ages. The big city is full of Superman sightings, but here in Metropolis Grove, every kid in this suburb knows that he's not real, except newcomer Sonya Patel. She'd hoped that having a full summer in her new house would let her make some friends before school started, and it's working. But if new pals Duncan and Alex don't believe in a superhero she's seen with her very own 2 eyes, will the school year be everything Sonya's hoping for? Or will all her lonely fears be realized? Instead, maybe she just needs to introduce her new friends to the super strong, super powered man who lives in the cave with all the super memorabilia. It's not Superman, it's this guy. Metropolis Grove, $10. And our last all ages book is Tiny Titans Pet Club, $10. Super pets for super kids. We get Beppo, the super monkey, Hoppy, the Shazam family bunny, Streaky, the super cat, Comet, the super horse, and Crypto, the super dog. Perfect for anyone who loves super pets or pets in general. Tiny Titans is $10. Caitlin picks up a copy. I have one more copy of Tiny Titans left. I really go for the infomercial sound here. Okay, we do have some new Funko Pops to get to. Now, Tony, you've seen these already because you were here on Saturday after we got them in. But for anyone who hasn't seen them yet, oh, looks like Jonathan's going to pick up our other Tiny Titans. I got you covered, Jonathan. Not liking any comments tonight. Hey, I don't care. You can read it, Caitlin. No judgment here. The Pops. You know, this is kind of appropriate. It's Cinco de Mayo, and we get Flamenco Deadpool. Flamenco Deadpool for $12. There's what he looks like. Hey, Mark is going to pick up our other copy of Tales from the Crypt. Got you covered, Mark. Thank you. I'm going to have to get more copies of that in. In addition to Flamenco Deadpool, we have Deadpool in a Cake. Deadpool in a Cake. That's what he looks like. Celebrating his 30th anniversary. Deadpool in a Cake is $12. Yes, Damien, that is a new Tales from the Crypt. It is a trade paperback, and thanks, Trent, for chiming in with that, with the answer to that. It is a $20 trade paperback from Dark Horse Comics. We just sold out, but hopefully I'll be able to get more in the next couple of weeks. It reprints 6 classic EC spooky stories, and I hope that Dark Horse continues doing this because that's a great format and a great value. And I think our other new release is The Winter Soldier from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. There's Bucky. $12 for the Winter Soldier Pop. And we restocked a couple of things that we haven't had in stock for a while. We have Iron Man from Avengers Infinity War for $12. This is actually, I think, the only Iron Man that we have in stock right now. So I had the chance to bring this back in. Thought it was a good idea. And we have Dancing Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy for $12. Again, because we didn't have any Groot Pops in stock. And you kind of always want a Groot Pop in stock. And always an Iron Man in stock. Glad to hear you got the metallic Deadpool in a cake from 7-Eleven. We don't have 7-Elevens in Lima, believe it or not. 7-Eleven is one of the places I used to get my comics in Michigan when I was a kid. Jason, I got your request there. You get our last copy of Marjorie Finnegan and a Dancing Groot. Let's see, Iron Man's over here. Yeah, we kind of live in, Lima is great. Don't get me wrong. I love this community. I love raising my kids here. I love that I run into people that I know when I go out to the grocery store or the movie theater when you can do that, and that I know all my customers by name. We don't have a Target. We don't have 7-Eleven. We don't have a Trader Joe's. We don't have lots of things, but we do have some pretty cool stuff too. So Alter Ego tries to be all of those things. Unlucky. What is unlucky? Adam, what is unlucky? I'm drawing a blank. And Tony, if you pre-ordered the Batman Fortnite crossover, then we probably have a copy for you. Other than that, we were pre-sold out before we even got it. Don't get me started on how DC has bungled the Batman Fortnite crossover. So we will have additional printings of all of the issues by the time issue 4 comes out the first week of June. But right now we're already pre-sold out of issue 3, and that doesn't come out for 2 weeks. So yeah, if anybody wants to pre-order sets of the Batman Fortnite series, we can definitely help you out with that. And the new printings will have the redeemable codes for the skins in the game. All that fun stuff, just different covers. Yes, the manga was $10, and I am sold out, Adam, but I can look into ordering you a copy if you'd like. Just let me know. And thank you to Caitlin and Scott for chiming on that to jog my memory about what that was. All right, this is it. Last call. If anybody wants to see any of the books that we ran through tonight, again, let me know. All right, Adam, I've made a note to take care of that. Good night, Sophie. Sleep well, and thank you for loving Alter Ego Comics. And thank you, Caitlin, for tuning in tonight and having Sophie grow up in the comic shop. John wants an Eve cover A. Got you covered, John. Scott wants the regular cover Batman. Got you covered, Scott. Let's see here. And Trent, I just dropped my email address into the comments. You can shoot me an email. I'll follow up with you. Awesome. Yeah. And for those of you that are in downtown Lima or visiting Alter Ego in person, make sure you go to the Hollander. Just a block away. They are open again. They're not full service restaurant, but they're doing homemade ice cream and pastries. And I stopped in on Saturday and got their grasshopper milkshake, which put me into instant diabetes, but it was my lunch. It was fantastic. All kinds of great stuff down there. They've got 3 different ice cream based shakes with huge pastries that go with them. There's a coffee shake that has a cinnamon roll. There's a chocolate shake that has a giant fudge brownie. And then there's the grasshopper mint shake that has 2 chocolate chip cookies and mint chocolate chip ice cream. It's fantastic. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I know Angie missed you. She'll be back with me next week, I assume. And thanks to all of our new folks joining in as well. Make sure you fill out that Google form if you are new so I can follow up with you. And thanks again. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week. And we'll see you again next week for our live sale and maybe even sooner here in the shop.